Welcome. This is Not Advice, day 105. I am Roy Bahat. I'm joined by my co-host, Min Kim, and we are startup investors in the future of work.
And every day we answer a question of yours about work. Today on day 105, we're going to be breaking down questions on focus. And today's is, I'm an early stage founder. When should I, if at all, build a second product?
Not yet. Most people try to do it too soon. I kind of think of it as, of course, it depends in the sense that what is a second product? Like, is that a whole new line of business with a different revenue stream? Is that a feature that is being added to your current product for the existing customers? Those could be very different. Let's assume it's some meaningful new value exchange with your current customers for which you charge separately. So it's not just like in my subscription, I now get this additional thing. Let's assume it's something that has that creates a separate economic relationship for you. I believe the threshold is, can you hire somebody into the company who is capable, or does somebody already exist in the company, who is capable of managing the first product and its success as well as or better than you, the founder, as the primary manager? Because usually in the beginning, the founder is the primary manager of the early product, and that what doesn't work is split attention. And so that to me is the litmus test. Usually when that happens is when there's post-product market fit on the first product, you're doing post-product go-to-market fit, as a fellow board member in Wonder, one of our portfolio companies, Avram Gilbert, described product go-to-market fit. And that means it's kind of, not that you have to pay zero attention to it, but it's sort of going on its own. At that point, it's clear that you can have the bandwidth to do a second product. So if you're Amazon and you want to launch, I'm making this up, DVDs in addition to books, that is one way you could think about what the threshold is for it. I don't know, too conservative, man? I worry that I'm too conservative.
I didn't expect the thinking about product building as like a people problem almost. And so that's a different way to think about it. I think the other pitfall I've often heard is it's kind of the same thing, but it does two different things, which is also not focused. And to that end, I think I'm reminded of like an earlier point that we made earlier this week, which is like a lot of these are not one-time decisions. Like you can change your mind.
You kind of open a work stream for the rest of time.
Yeah. And then I forget what you called it, but you have in your blog post a phrase for like having an exit plan almost of like when to stop doing.
Yeah, I call it sometimes the sealed envelope guess of like, if you're going to launch that experiment, a new product typically doesn't start with like, and we have a new product, here we go. It starts with testing something out a little bit. And so beginning to do that testing is obviously different from fully committing, but and you can begin to do testing before you're quite ready to commit. But by the time you're ready to commit, you need to have the ability to manage focus, which is why we're talking about it this week.
Yeah. Not advice given from Roy and me from Bloomberg Beta. If you have a question you want us to answer, reply to us here.
And really the reason we call this is not advice, is because our belief is when people give you advice, they're usually telling you how to live their life and run their business and justify their choices, and we just want you to live your own. So we're offering how we see it, and we will be back on Monday. What are we talking about next week, man? I forget.
We'll find out. If you have suggestions to those who are watching, let us know.
Well, you can always ask us questions, and some measure of planning in advance, some measure of making it up as we go.